Okay, so we are officially, as they say, live here on Facebook. And ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday, by the way, to everyone, and welcome to another installment here of Transformation Greatness along with the Small Business Network podcast. I am your host here, Shawn A. White, and I know it has been a while, family, and I definitely do apologize for that. Life takes over, right? Different transition, that sort of thing. But as entrepreneurs, as people that are really about creating positive impact in the community. We keep on going, right? So, with no further ado, guys, I want to bring on board a very special guest. And this is someone in which that normally on my podcast really don't have much of an opportunity to do. So, anytime I have someone that is running for candidacy for U.S. Senate in the state of Louisiana, it's a huge, huge thing, guys. And so, please, if you will, welcoming our very special guest to the podcast show, Miss Gloria Robinson. Welcome, Miss Robinson. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Shawn, and thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those, do me a favor because we are broadcasting this live right now on Facebook. If you're catching this live, put in hashtag live, guys. Let us know exactly where you're tuning in from. And of course, if you should be happen to catch this on a replay because we get it, it's a Sunday, maybe a more relaxation. But if you're able to catch it later, put in hashtag replay and just let us know if you're getting any kind of value from this podcast interview. So I don't want to waste too much time. So I want to go ahead and dive right in. Miss Robinson, can you just inform the audience of who you are and a little bit as far as on what you do?
Okay, so um, I enjoy this part of it. Telling everybody what's going on, especially with me. I'm always trying to do things to help the community. I'm running for you as representative for in the state of Louisiana, District 3, and there are reasons why I do things. I try to keep our kids and our seniors and our people involved in day-to-day activities, what's going on in the world, especially where we live and things that are happening, especially to our kids. So individuals say, why you put in so much time, you know uh you know doing things like trying to get the kids to do better or helping out. Well, we have a responsibility, because others have helped us to come as far as we are. So we have to continue to pay it forward. So that's why I do the things I do. So, and I try to encourage the younger group to run, try to get into politics to help it out to keep it going, because we see what's going on in the world right now with politics. It's ridiculous. It's so disrespectful. And I can't believe that Martin Luther King and Medgar Evers and all those who have passed and who worked so hard to get us straight, um, dealing with life and everything like that. And besides that, I worked as a shelter lead for the American Red Cross for maybe 50, 16 years. So I've been basically around the world helping individuals, especially individuals with lack of means. And, tornadoes hit, hurricanes hit, and, some of the areas that are hit are the very least um areas that it would be a hardship to just come back to. Let's say I'm going to use the word poor. It doesn't mean that you're poor, but the lack of income is there. um Jobs are scarce, so it hit neighborhoods that are weak already. So I work that, and I enjoy the American Red Cross. I would go on assignments, and it was rewarding because when I get home, I felt good because I did my best, and I worked with the individuals. And guess what? When you're in trouble, everybody helps each other, black, white, everybody. So it's like I'm just a person that just like to do things and be involved. So I get into things, and um it's just something that makes me feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for sharing that as well. And you raised some good points in which with the state of affairs and which that we at in terms of this country and in terms of politics. Just looking at it, it's very interesting, right? And it is a shame. It almost looked like a show, right? And a lot of people are like, okay, so with everything which is going on, and yeah, there's so much, it seems like so much chaos and turmoil as far as that's in the house. We do believe that it will be time as far as for fresh blood, so to speak. So I love how the way that you mentioned that. But I want to ask you too, Miss Robinson, during your time, because you mentioned you spent about over 16 years and Red Cross, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard you correctly,
Yes, the
Red Cross
American
Blue Shield.
Red Cross. Yes.
Okay, right, in the American Red Cross. Thank you for that. Was there a person or individuals that really prompted you to want to say, well, you know something, Miss Robinson, you do so much great work within the community. Have you ever considered, running for U.S. Senate? Because that's different, right? As they say, there's different levels, right, in terms of careers
Right.
and different levels and phases in life. But that's something totally different outside on what you was currently a part of. So was there like an individual or a group of people that really inspired you to want to run for Senate for the state of Louisiana?
Excuse me. Yes. I have families here, and also individuals, my family in Florida, because I moved from Florida here. I've been here 5 years. And basically I listen to individuals, my friends. You have a few that I did lose, but my family is basically the ones that are saying, you could take and run and do this because we need more people. I say, well, what's going on? Why can't somebody here, just step out? A lot of people step out, but they're it's like it's the lack of support.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, it don't bother me because I'll if I say, well, I'm gonna get in it and I'm gonna do the best I can. And but hopefully everybody support me, and those that do support me do vote for me. So it's like you have to almost go out on your own, and decide. Well, I understand they will support me if I run, but as for anything else, it's difficult. Now I understand it, and a lot of people don't like that front line, being seen. So
Miss Robinson? Uh-oh, guys, it looks like we're having a little technical issues here. We can't hear you, Miss Robinson. I don't know, something just happened to your audio. Hopefully it comes back. But yeah, uh-oh. We still can't hear you, Miss Robinson. I'm sorry. Family, let's give her just a few moments here. She's having a little technical difficulties. But for those that's tuning in, welcome once again to Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast. We have here our very special guest and a candidate for U.S. Senate in the state of Louisiana, Ms. Gloria Robertson. And currently, right now, she's having some technical difficulties. She was talking, but then all of a sudden, her audio went out. So let's give her a few seconds here, guys, and once you can get audio situated with, then we can go ahead and move forward as far as with the interview. Can you hear me, Miss Robinson? Okay. Okay. Now her camera's freezing, and let's see here. Give me a few seconds, guys. Hmm. Yeah, we can't hear you. Okay. Yeah, we definitely can't hear her. So what we're going to do is this: in about another minute or so, if we cannot restore back her audio, Then what we'll do is go ahead and finish up next week for part two on this, and we'll just go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper because this was getting real good, and we want to give Miss Robinson the opportunity to really let the audience know of who she is and her cause and why she's so passionate about this. So we're gonna get about another minute, and hopefully she can get her audio situated with. Miss Robinson, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, it's kind of fading in and out. Okay, it looks like that we lost her, guys. Okay. So for the audience, I definitely do apologize for that. We just lost connection with Miss Robinson. Again, she's a candidate for U.S. Senate for the state of Louisiana. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pick up as far as for next week, and we're going to have this for part one. So part two is going to be as far as for next Sunday, and we're going to go ahead and try again. So again, I definitely do apologize for the inconvenience. But again, we'll be doing part two for next Sunday. So, on behalf of Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast, we appreciate everyone's time. And we're going to end this segment like we do the others, and is that if what we stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, then may God be the glory, and we take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you're all amazing. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Also, too, just for FYI, I am finishing up my series in terms of for hypnotherapy. So I'm going to be releasing that out to the marketplace pretty soon. So you don't want to miss that. Until then, enjoy your Sunday, everyone, and God bless. See you on the next one. Peace and love.